What's up, everybody? How you doing? Welcome to the Punk Rock Review. This is a special video. I do a podcast with three of my best friends. It's about movies. We used to do it on one of my old channels, and it just got too much for me. We ultimately took a break, and then we brought it back on his channel. He runs things. Every now and then we get a video that really fits the motif over here on the Punk Rock Review. This is one of those videos. So, if you're not familiar with Out of the Blue, it's a film from 1980, rewritten, I guess you'd say, and directed by Dennis Hopper. It's very grimy, very punk rock, very grindhouse. So if you're not familiar with the film, check out our conversation, I guess. But go check the movie out as well. It's on the Criterion channel as of the time I dropped this video. But more importantly, this is a podcast I've been doing for literally like 5 years with my best friends. So if you like this video, Cinema Studies is the channel where this stuff gets uploaded typically. I'm going to link that in the description. Please go show him the support you show me. I would really appreciate that. So if you're into movies, go check out Josh's channel. He doesn't upload as much as I do, but he gives quality work. He's one of the people that I look up to the most when it comes to video editing specifically, but he knows what he's doing, and he's a good friend of mine. So I would appreciate it. All right, let's shut up. Listen to us talk about Out of the Blue, 1980, Dennis Hopper. Enjoy.
Seen, most of my watch list, which is why they're on my watch list. So
That's the way to do it.
I don't want to take like a bunch of chances. Like I got one that I think might be fun.
Chris, make a private letterbox list, and whenever you come across something that you're like, oh, maybe that could be a podcast pick, just throw it on there.
I have a whole list of movies.
That's
that
what
I
do.
I can now some of them on there I don't want to pick because I don't want to just drive you guys nuts.
Right.
But I know those basically by title at this point. But
some weeks I'm like, I have a pick. It's concrete. I'm ready to go. And sometimes I'm like, I don't know. And like at the last minute, I'm kind of like flipping through my lists.
Well,
making a last minute.
I also feel like I've seen like less stuff, so like I tend to want to watch something I've never seen before.
If you pick Dirty Harry, it's okay. We'll watch it again.
Twice.
Let me do. I got an idea, maybe.
Like my next pick, it's all based around if we can all get a copy from Chris. If not, I have a couple other ones in mind. But
that's like the Fabulous Stains.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a copy of that, so you're good to pick that.
Heck yeah.
That one should be findable.
What's something?
Oh, you think so? Probably. I just haven't really given it the old college try.
Maybe you should.
Never. Never.
Well, you'd have to go to college first.
Yeah, I ain't trying to do all that now. If I was going to waste my money, I would just,
Oh, yeah. Fabulous Stains is on Canopy.
Oh, is it?
And it's rentable. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. That should be no problem then. I still would like to get a copy on disc at some point, but yeah, that makes it a little easier.
Yeah.
Canopy is pretty cool.
Yeah.
What was the subscription service you mentioned a couple weeks back, Josh? Was it Kino or was it something
no,
weird?
It was the one with the grindhouse stuff, right?
Yeah, what was that?
Night Flight.
Oh, I'm interested. What are we talking about?
It's got a whole bunch of like the like Severin and Vinegar Syndrome releases.
Let's
like
go. That. Terrible movies.
Because I always get burned when I blind buy those things.
Right.
But a lot of them are on there, so you can watch it, and if you like it, then you can buy it,
That's the way to go with something like that.
Yeah. But a lot of that stuff is not that available in other places.
Yeah, that's why like most of my list is like that quality of stuff. So like,
yeah,
I mean most of my list I probably won't even like. So
I have a few of those that I'm a little concerned about on mine. I'm like, there's a shot in the dark, buddy.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find something. I mean, I'm
trying to keep up with Letterboxd. It is hard. I watch way more movies than I realized.
Yeah.
I mean, Clay watched this, but he only gave it 3 stars.
Oh no.
Sometimes I get angry and when I watch stuff. So.
3 stars is solid, bro. 3 stars isn't bad to me. When you start getting like 2 and 1.5, that's bad. I still might watch that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, just because something's not great doesn't make it's going to be a bad conversation either.
That too, yeah.
I mean, look at Bad Milo. We've talked about it for ages now.
Shit, I was hoping.
Not about the movie. It's just a joke. It's just a reference point.
Point still stands.
Yeah, it's a reference point to the lowest the show ever got.
My apologies.
Man, I was hoping I could just like throw a.
Let's start talking. Something will come up.
Well, I was thinking about picking something Dennis Hopper, but I don't know. I mean, we've seen a lot of that. There's a few I haven't seen.
I'm not even a big Dennis Hopper fan, to be honest. I mean, I like him. I'm just not I don't like chase his movies.
Yeah, same here. Like, I'm a fan, and I've seen some of his bigger stuff. I mean, I've seen more of his stuff than I've seen of who were we just talking about not too long ago that I haven't seen a lot of?
Clint Eastwood or Gene Hackman?
Gene Hackman. I've seen a lot more Dennis Hopper stuff than.
You've seen more Dennis Hopper than Gene Hackman, huh?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Fuck, man. I was just hoping I could throw something out there. Like, I want to throw something out there, but
you got time to work on it. You got time to percolate on it. There's no right or wrong answer here.
Well, the Barbie movie would be a wrong answer, but you know.
I don't know. I thought that was right up your alley, man.
No.
Yeah, I got one. I think I'm gonna.
I mean, I was just being silly, but I hate that movie.
I got one I want to pick, but it's a little obscure. I'll try to watch it before we all watch it. I'll try to watch it. It's like Saturday or something like that, Friday, Saturday, and if it's, I mean, I can't imagine it'd be bad.
Bro, I have nothing to say. I pick a lot of bad movies. So
yeah, we picked some real dog shit up in here, man. I got a redo one time. I got sent home another time.
Yeah, I pulled the plug a couple of times, I think.
Yeah, I did it not too long ago.
All right, yeah. Fuck it, let's do this. It's rentable.
Cool.
It looks like at least. Cool. All right. Yeah, I think I'll let you do this. Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Talking Movies. My name's Josh.
I'm Clay.
I'm Chris.
I'm Nick Jones.
And I'm an asshole, but I'm not a dumb asshole.
That was a pretty deep cut. I don't know if anybody got that one.
Yeah, well, if you've seen the movie, you probably got it.
No. What I said was a deep cut.
Oh, yours?
But yeah, what you said was definitely a deep cut pertaining to the movie. This is pertaining to the movie too. We'll get to that later.
Yeah. So we're talking about my pick this week. This is Out of the Blue, 1980, from the one and only Dennis Hopper.
Let me pull up the Cliff Notes real quick. Just kidding.
No.
Oh, you got the Cliff Notes? Okay, good. You got some notes written down? No? Okay.
Essay?
Right.
My cheat sheet.
Well, the movie is about a girl named CB, and I can't really describe the plot because it's a fairly small, spare movie, without spoiling it, basically, because the biggest shock of the movie is that the beginning and the end, right? So the movie starts. I mean, you guys did not know what the movie was about when you watched it, right?
Totally blind.
Totally blind. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So the movie starts with the girl riding in the truck with her dad. He's a big rig driver. He's drinking on the job and slams right into a stalled out school bus full of children.
T-bones.
That were sitting in the bus for some reason.
They're stalled in the middle of the road.
It's stalled in the middle of the intersection for whatever reason. He's not paying attention.
Story.
Huh?
I said because story.
Yeah.
Because we need a inciting incident. And then it flashes forward. She's several years older. He's in prison. And it's really just a story about this girl's life and the and just the trauma that she went through and like how it ruined her family's ruined by it. It is, thinking about it, like we've watched sort of similar things. Like even Randy brought up Suburbia. It's like if you like lived in the house of one of those kids before they left, right?
That makes
It
sense.
really, yeah, it is kind of like that. Dude, you know what? Here's something funny. I was watching it, and I watched it blind, and I didn't understand. Well, it doesn't matter. This shouldn't have happened anyways. But Parker was hanging. I watched it kind of earlier in the evening, and he made me miss the
bus.
I knew that had happened, but I didn't understand the consequences of anything. So like 20 minutes later, I'm like, what in the is going on?
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, dude, I got to rewind this movie and start it over. And then I was just like, of course, I missed the one part in the first like 2 minutes that you cannot miss.
Yeah.
Like I missed that he was even drinking in the truck. I didn't even realize that, dude. Like I just missed a couple of things because I'm like, dude, chill.
Yeah.
Like here, take this. Leave me. I'm trying to watch a movie. But I was so irritated because I was very, very thoroughly confused during the first half of that movie.
Because it's not a movie that has really a plot. It's a story. It's a hangout. Well, you could call it a hangout movie. It's just a movie that follows someone's life. So if you're not paying attention to it's about the characters. It's about the details of what's going on. So if you're not paying close attention, you could, I guess, miss it. It's
that scene took me out of it. I gotta say, like
the beginning.
When I saw they play like a secondary scene that's a slow motion with all the freaking mannequins dangling out, and I was just like, I was laughing. I thought it was funny, and I was like, this isn't supposed to be funny. But
there's a few moments like that.
I laugh at a lot of things that aren't supposed to be funny.
So it's a very small movie. You guys watched it on like Criterion or something? Did it have the beginning with the text?
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, what did it say?
It's a quick explanation of
it gives it an explanation of how the movie came to be, basically. So it did not start out as a movie directed by Dennis Hopper. Dennis Hopper was just hired to be the father. He comes in, they do several weeks of filming. I think 2 or 3 weeks of filming. And then they fire the director because it's just not working out. The footage isn't good. He doesn't know. He's a first-time director. He doesn't know what he's doing, and it's just the producers fire him. So they're gonna scrap the whole movie. Dennis Hopper's in the movie. He meets this girl, Linda Manns, the main character, and he just recognizes something in her. He's like, "There's something special about this girl. I think we can do something here." So he's like, He's directed movies before, but it's been a while. We can get into that in a minute. But he's like, let me direct it. So he goes home and he completely rewrites the script over a single weekend.
Damn.
And basically refocuses the whole movie around her character and who she is. She was a kid that liked punk rock. She had a drum set. Like all the little things, the little details in the movie are like just what she likes, who she kind of is.
Yeah, so he tailored it to her. Made a character movie about who he saw this girl as, basically. And so it's kind of a run and gun type of movie. So it feels very rough, and there's not a lot of money there.
Dennis Hopper did this. He wrote the whole script in a weekend.
Rewrote it, yeah. I mean, I think he was using the bones of what was there. So the original script was about her and the therapist who gets like 2 scenes in the movie.
Weak.
Yeah.
That dude was probably like, dude, seriously? Bro, what happened, man?
And it was just supposed to be a typical like drama type movie.
So in the original script, the therapist is essentially the main character, and it's about him saving this little girl. Like it was going to be a terrible.
It's like a Lifetime movie.
Yeah, like a Lifetime movie of the week, pretty much. Yeah, where he like revives this little girl of her trauma or whatever.
Ugh.
And so this time I watched the movie about a month ago. So this time I watched it with the commentary that had Dennis Hopper talking over it, and he said, "Yeah, we had to shoot with the therapist for a week because he thought it was his movie." So there's like a ton of footage that they shot that he was like, I knew I was never going to use any of it.
Wow, that's
pretty dirty.
But
that's kind of amazing.
So it was all shot in Canada too. So they're in its early Canadian filmmaking. So there's like tax rebates and all this stuff. Cronenberg kind of worked in a similar way back in the day. But you have to have a Canadian actor. He was the only like big Canadian actor in the movie. So
that's hilarious.
So he had to use him to get the rebate or whatever for the movie.
Pop quiz. How did I know that this was filmed in Canada?
Because they said a boot on the CB.
I don't know how.
Because the band that was in the movie.
The band? Okay.
Oh, really?
I was going to say, it is a real Canadian
Yeah.
band.
Damn, dude.
Pointed Sticks.
Deep in some punk. Like,
Yeah.
you knew who this band was?
Yeah, I was listening to him earlier, and then I was like, when they came on, I was like, I know that guy from somewhere. So I had to start looking, and I was like, oh, dude.
Crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew him immediately. I was like, what? And I think I just saw him in like a documentary or something. I didn't know the band like really well, but yeah, as soon as I found out it was 26, I was like, I already had 3 of their songs on my Spotify, like they were like on my playlist.
Wow.
Like I'm not like a big fan or nothing like that. I don't want to claim that I'm something I'm not. But yeah, I knew about that band. I knew who they were. And when I found out it was them, I was like, oh, it's Canadian. And then I was like, oh.
Yeah, you were listening to them, and then you saw this movie, and they were in the movie.
I think I saw them in something else. It might have been a documentary, or maybe it was a CD or an album cover. There's no telling, dude. It was something really quick, really small, but I had somehow gotten to their music because when I went to go follow them, I already was following them, which surprised me. That surprised me. I didn't know that I was following them. I just stumbled into some information. Was like, oh, cool. That's happened a lot recently. Where I had this dude. I'll tell you after the show. It's funny though. It's a similar thing. I had a situation happen like that. But
interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. They're a good band. Good like they're early Canadian. I mean, they're real early.
Right.
They're like late 70s.
Yeah. Even when I watched it the first time, I was like, this isn't like super punk, like dirty punk, you know.
I mean, it's exactly what it sounds like to me when I think like early punk. That's exactly what it sounds like. But it's like the Damned. Like if you like the Damned or like early Clash or stuff like that, that's what this band sounds like.
Right.
They're a little more punk than that, honestly. But yeah, it's very much like first generation. Like I wonder what bands in Canada really like that band. There's probably bands that really love that band. Yeah,
I mean, this is like real early. I mean, I assume this came out in 1980, so I assume they're filming it 1979 or whatever. Yeah. So this is early days of the punk rock revolution, right? So
first kid, man.
That's why I said when I picked it, like it's the punk rock stuff is this very small part of it, but it is a crucial point in it.
It was the glue that kept me together, man. Because dude, I'm telling you, I could hardly make it through this movie, man. Like I
thought of that the whole time. I was like, ooh, I bet Randy's having a good old time with this
one.
But it was punk, so I was like, yeah, maybe like
look, dude, biases are there, man. Like I liked that about the movie.
The only reason I would pick something like this, because I knew there's some hook there for you.
Right. Like I mean, that little girl was rad, but like, dude, at one point I had to like stop the movie and like Google her and be like, okay, dude, how old was she when she was filming this? Because I was not comfortable with what was going on screen with her. She looked like she was 13.
She's 18.
Yeah. But she looked like a tiny kid, and I was like, I had to stop it. I even went and told Chris, I was like, I had to go check this chick's age, and she was like, why? I was like, look, and I rewound it. I was like, I can't watch this, man. Not being a dad, I got a little girl, man. I can't even let my girl go to the swimming pool. Which, you know, once I realized she was an adult when she was filming it, it still was kind of curmudgeony as far as like the topic, but I was like a lot more comfortable watching it. because I don't know. I think I've changed in the last couple of years, like as my daughter's growing up and your daughter's growing up, and I'm seeing these kids that I love become little people, and I'm like,
yeah,
I'm not the same guy as I was even a couple of years ago, and I think that's like, I think that's a good thing. But
yeah, no, it is a hard movie to watch in a lot of ways.
my reason for not liking the movie, it's not even that I actively disliked it. I think I'm just kind of like, it's probably worth the rewatch. I just, man, there was times in this movie that I smiled to myself and I was like, I know exactly why Josh likes this movie. Like I know I could tell what you like about it. That's where we really do separate. Like I don't like hangout movies much because I don't know what's going on because there's nothing going on, and I'm like, I need to be able to grasp something and hold on to it because I don't watch movies the same way that you do. So, but knowing that makes me enjoy it a little bit more because I get to understand why you like it. But yeah, the people in it, man, if they were like better people, I might have liked this a little bit better. But they were all such big pieces of crap. All of them, dude. Her parents, their friends, her friends' friends, like except maybe her. She was kind of an innocent victim at this point, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But
it's a downward spiral of a movie. It is just literally a portrait of the life of a girl who's just stuck. Like, and this is like, I think just watching is like, oh, this is probably not even that abnormal of a life.
Oh, dude, I know
somebody.
So many people like this.
Yeah.
That's probably why I stayed and watched it all because I just felt so familiar. It did.
Right.
There's a lot of things in it that like.
How many people have alcoholic parents?
Right.
You know, but it's just done in this way that's like just really, it's heartbreaking, but it felt very impactful.
Well, it was very accurate.
Yeah,
at least from my perspective, it was everything that happened seemed very accurate. Like the jail thing, accurate. The he would have definitely got 5 years for that. Even though it was an accident, quote unquote, it was still going to be manslaughter. And then the guy coming in like wanting to fight him over his kid, like that seemed very realistic. Then like,
and that's the day he gets out of prison and he's already drunk. You know, it's just like.
In all fairness, though, I mean, I don't know if I could ever not be drunk if I did that to a bunch of children.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah,
I might have just self-deleted, but like.
Yeah, that was something. Go ahead and finish your thought.
Oh, I was just gonna say, like, one of the things that like it was hard for me to watch was the mom tying off and getting high in the bathroom, but like, it was so well made that I was like, ugh, it just sent me like back in time, dude. I was like, it honestly made me like kind of like Jones a little bit. I was like, oh man, because I still have that in my brain. Like, it's never gonna go anywhere.
Yeah,
and like it was just done in a way that wasn't crude. It wasn't overly graphic. But it was really clear what was happening, and then
it doesn't feel pornographic in any way.
No,
like it's not trying to what's the right word? It
wasn't bombastic,
sensationalizing it in any way. It just feels real. Like you're just, and that's the thing about a movie like this. Yeah, there's not a lot happening, but that's what creates the realism. Like you're in somebody else's shoes.
You may actually know the answer to this, Josh. How much experience did that woman have with addiction? Do you know?
The actress? I'm not sure.
Wait, what?
Wasn't that Farrah?
No, that's not Farrah Fawcett. No,
she looks just fucking like her.
It's the hair, I think.
Yeah.
Well, it's that woman
all the time
portrayed like
she knew
addict,
what she was doing,
bro. Like to a startling degree. Like I was like sad by her like accurate portrayal. I was like, man, dude, she's acting just like somebody that's like the way her mood was shifting. Like, look, I didn't like the movie, but it was well made. Like the acting was incredible because that woman, you could have told me she was actually a junkie, and I would be like, oh, that makes sense. And she acted like one.
I think most of this comes from Dennis Hopper because, I don't
know much about him, dude. So I don't have a clue.
Okay. So let's do a little like quick history lesson. So Dennis Hopper, I had forgotten this, but his first movie is Rebel Without a Cause. Like, he's been around since the 50s. Like he was an actor.
Rider.
Well, yeah, Easy Rider. That's his first. That's
big thing, right?
That's his
first directed.
Yeah. Oh, he directed that.
Yes.
Breakout.
Him and Peter Fonda made a movie. It's like it's a very important movie for the history of cinema.
Easy Rider?
Yes.
I know Easy Rider. I just don't know much about Dennis Hopper personally.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's a movie all about the hippie movement. It's the end of the 60s going into the 70s. It was the first movie that ever used found music, which is like a soundtrack.
Really?
All movies ever had a score before that. He was the first person to just get permission from artists to use their music. Back before you had to, pay copyrights on all that.
Dude, I did not know. I didn't know that. That's actually like pretty.
So that's a him thing, because that's like why in this movie he's like buddies with Neil Young.
When Neil Young needle drop happened at the beginning, I was like, I'm gonna fucking love this movie. Like, this is awesome.
I had the opposite reason.
Dude.
Me too.
I had a feeling that was not y'all's jam, but I love Neil Young. So
yeah, man.
But yeah, the movie is titled off of that song. Yeah, and it's the king. The king is dead. But not forgotten. This is a story about Johnny Rotten. Dennis Hopper literally heard that song in the car that weekend, and he had to rewrite the script, and he's like, oh. Okay,
that's the one.
That's he rewrote it based off of the lyrics of the song.
But wasn't Dennis kind of like a biker guy? Like, wasn't he sort of a?
So he wasn't a biker, but he was a hippie and he was a drug addict. So he made a big famous biker movie, so people see him that way. But he was a method actor who the reason I brought up Rebel Without a Cause is because he was buddies with oh my god,
James Dean.
Yeah, I was thinking Dean.
Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt you, but I was waiting for a second.
Yeah, James Dean, who was one of the first big method actors. Who he died very, very young. Made 3 movies, and Dennis Hopper's in 2 of them. So he was like his icon. So he basically took everything he knew from James Dean, and it drove him kind of nuts. He thought he was this real deep artist, and he thought he was using drugs to be a deeper, more experimental artist.
I've done that.
Yeah, Jim Morrison.
Yeah, sort of. Yeah, sure. You could definitely say that. But yeah, he went absolutely nuts, and the success of Easy Rider only, just
reinforced that.
Exactly, that's the word. Reinforced everything that he was doing. So after Easy Rider, he makes this infamous movie called The Last Movie. I've tried to watch it. I can't get through it. It's so from what I understand is it's in this foreign country. He's a guy like a stuntman who ends up staying there and starts making a movie, and then the natives start picking up it becomes really meta and weird. They start building cameras out of bamboo and filming what they're doing. I've watched 30 minutes of it twice, and I'm like, I can't do this. It's a drug fueled mess.
I was like, he was on too much drugs, I guess.
Yeah. So after I watched this movie the first time, I was like, I need to know more about Dennis Hopper. So I read listened to the whole biography about him. And there's a third of the book is about the last movie because it's such an insane ordeal. He's out in the woods for a long time. I can't remember.
More didgeridoo.
just filming crazy stuff. He's just experimenting. Doesn't really know what he's doing. Just shooting all this stuff.
Coked out of his mind.
Sounds amazing.
Doing all sorts of crazy drugs. And then spends over a year in the editing room.
Oh, man.
He apparently at one point that what's the guy that did El Topo?
Alejandro
Jodorowsky. Yeah. He gets with him and he's like, you need to like tell it all out of order. It's all like he recuts the movie in this.
You gotta confuse everybody that watches this.
And then apparently they undo that at one point, but this was like the early 70s where the studio system was falling apart. They didn't know, and things like Easy Rider, like, oh, this is what the kids want. This is cool. This is hip.
It worked.
Yeah. So they give him all this money, and then he delivers this insane mess, and blackballs his career for a decade.
Yeah, it's kind of hilarious.
So through the entire 70s, he doesn't direct another movie until this movie.
Damn.
And he's barely in any movies in the 70s. He's like, I think Apocalypse Now is the first big movie he's in, and that is the end of the 70s. That's like 78. That doesn't come out till 80.
Well, it's kind of curious because that was that's a historic movie, right? If that was his comeback, it was magnificent.
Yeah, but he is out of his mind in that movie.
Find him in the woods or something, and I was like, oh shit, Dennis Hopper's here. Let's just throw him in the movie.
There's a whole documentary about Apocalypse Now that's fascinating called Hearts of Darkness. And Hopper was out of his damn mind the whole time. Francis Ford Coppola is just like trying to keep him under control. Like he's like trying to keep him away from Marlon Brando most of the time.
Oh, dude.
Were they like going at it, or are they buddies?
No, he loves Marlon Brando, of course. So he's like, I need more scenes with Marlon Brando and all this stuff. But he's like coked out of his mind. He's a method actor, so he refuses to take a shower and all this stuff.
Oh wow!
I hate people like that. That's so stupid.
He's out of his mind. But
man, they sure don't make movies like they used to, huh?
They sure don't.
They sure don't.
Throw away $10 million. We tried.
Blew all our budget on cocaine.
That sounds like
crazy time. And I when I watched it the first time, I was like, is this before or after he gets clean? Because it feels so much like a movie about regret. Like of what he's doing, of the life he wasted.
Interesting.
That sucks.
But he didn't get clean until like a few years later. He was still using. So I sent y'all a text with that video of the dynamite chair. Did any of y'all look at that?
What the hell that
no,
was.
I haven't had a chance.
Okay, so
chair he was in or something?
That happened in Houston, I believe, at the race park.
Okay.
I think it's like 1982 or something like that. I might cut that into the video.
That'd be awesome.
Here. But he does this. It's called the Russian suicide dynamite chair or something like that.
That sounds safe.
If you like surround yourself in dynamite, like if you do it just right, they all blow up at once, you can sit in the middle of it and be fine. It creates like a vacuum.
And he did that in real life?
And he did that here in Houston.
No way, man.
He did that here in Houston. And that event is what made his friends basically pull an intervention on him and get him into rehab.
That's all it took.
After that, it's like, bro, you gotta stop.
If I ever sit in a circle of dynamite and blow it up, and you guys are still,
yeah. I think I might stop you before the dynamite, but
I don't know. I might have to film it and put it on YouTube, and then come get you.
Well, that video
is insane, dude.
That video is him like being surrounded by the dynamite and it blowing up and everything. It's like really early digital video, so it's really hard to see.
I mean, he didn't die.
He survived it. He said it felt like getting hit by Muhammad Ali or something like that.
I mean, I can only imagine how bad that hurt.
Yeah, it's insane. But
this movie was honestly, dude, is absolutely horribly sad as it was.
Yeah.
The ending of this movie I thought was exactly what should have happened.
Right.
So for anybody that doesn't want to hear about the end of this movie, please stop watching now, I guess. But that young lady wasn't going to grow up and have a good life. She wasn't going to have all she could do is rid the world of two really horrible people, and she did the best thing she could. And when she got her bro, look, dude, when she grabs her dad's face and puts it in her crotch and goes, smell it, I almost vomited. I was like, I don't get.
That was the fucked up scene to me.
Yeah, I'm not a squeamish person, dude. Yeah. I don't get like offended or grossed out very often.
Yeah,
that might be the hardest scene that I've ever had to watch, like because it was spoken in a language that I understand. Like, you know, it wasn't like it was some foreign film where I didn't really know what was going on. No, dude, this was like, I mean, I had to watch.
And it builds up to that moment, and it really it's been getting really disturbing for a while. Like after he loses his job and tears down the guy's house and everything.
That was pretty hilarious though.
And so he just goes into this even deeper spiral. Like he's already alcoholic and everything, but he's trying to keep it together to some extent, right? In his way.
Yeah, I mean,
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, up until that point, he's kind of a shithead, but I thought that maybe there's
some redemption or something.
I mean, I was definitely expecting some tragic ending, but I felt that there was possible redemption still, I guess. In him, I mean, and I felt real bad for the mom too, because I mean, the mom's a shitty mom, but I mean, she's also just kind of a product of what relationship she's in. And
I thought in the beginning too, she seemed like she was really trying, like she's a good mother to her and everything. And it's really it's only it's halfway through the movie when you see her shoot up the first time with the guy's buddy, and then you're like, oh shit. And that's when she runs away, goes into the city, and almost gets, taken by the taxi driver and all that stuff.
Movie, man.
Yeah, so
blow by blow, I'm like, oh.
Yeah. See, when you're watching the movie, it feels like nothing's happening, but when you go through all the moments, it's like, holy shit!
Dude, when they got to when she's in the cab, he's like, "Hey, you want to get high?" And she's like, "Yeah, sure." First off, I was like, what? No, you're like a child. Oh my goodness. But then they get to the hotel room.
He takes her to a whorehouse.
Well, this isn't funny, but it's funny, right? So I'm sitting here watching it, and then it's grainy old footage. So the chick that's in the whorehouse pulls up her skirt and opens up her legs, and I genuinely couldn't tell if it was a transgender woman or if it was just incredibly hairy. It took a long time for me to figure out.
Pubic hair,
I literally went is that a dick? And I was like, is that just a? I was like, what am I looking at right now? Yeah, bro. I was like, oh, that's just a very unkempt vagina. Okay, that'll work.
Staring into the void,
bro. This movie was a lot, dude.
It's a lot.
That scene creeped me out so bad.
It's unsettling, right? No, and then she just curls up and starts sucking her thumb.
Oh, dude, that had me
she does it a few times.
And apparently that was Linda Mann's. She's only been in a few movies. Her first movie was the Terrence Malick movie Days of Heaven, where he just found her. She was a kid that lived on the street for a while. Wow. She's had real life experience with shit like this.
She walks like somebody like that.
Yeah, it feels real, right? I think Hopper recognized that. There's some real shit there.
She had that Conor McGregor walk where she just kind of
she walked like a person that had to protect herself.
Yeah,
protect herself, exactly. Yeah, her whole demeanor, everything is about trying to survive, her, just trying to protect herself. But yeah, so where was I going with that? Linda, she lived on the streets for a while. What else was I going to say there? I forgot. I lost my train of thought. Yeah, she's the mom to one of the kids in Gummo.
Oh yeah.
Wait, in real life?
in the movie?
No, in the movie.
Oh, she's okay. I was like, hold on, how did that happen? Okay, bro, dude, I was about to just quit talking about movies, dude. Like, no, I'm good, I'm out.
Mutant baby.
I will say that this movie reminded me of Kids and Gummo a little bit. Like, it had the same vibe.
I wondered. I haven't seen them, but it seems like they have that sort of.
Kids isn't a much happier ending, sir. So if you want to watch that movie,
yeah,
I hear that.
But have you not seen Kids either?
No,
bro. I'm pretty surprised that neither of you. Clay, have you seen Kids?
Bro, I grew up watching that. That was like, let's go skating. Let's watch Kids first. Yeah,
me too. It's not a fun movie. I don't know why we watched it so much, but we did.
Well, like the first 45 minutes are hangout, though. I mean, it's
it just gets dark really fast, and when it gets dark, it just tanks. It doesn't. There's no gradual. It's just like, oh, we're in this movie now. Awesome. Didn't know I was gonna have a bad day, but I guess I'm gonna. But this movie, look, I not liking it is almost irrelevant, bro. Because like it's especially when you have context. You know what I'm saying? Like learning about how Dennis Hopper got involved and whatnot, but. Man, there were parts about the movie I liked. I liked when she got to hang out with the punk rock band and like the guy was like nice to her, and I was like, you know what, dude, that feels like real. That's what we would have done. We would have been like, nah, come on, kid. Like you and like when they were filming,
you can tell it feels like a formative moment for her.
Right. Whenever the band's playing and it's from the band's perspective, and that one guy's up in the front, you could just tell that they were like, just like do your thing to the kids, and that one kid's like right in the front, and he's going. Like in the camera, and you were like, "This asshole was that guy in school,"
right?
But like, I just felt like that those little parts really did glue this movie together for me because it gave me something to identify with. Because and not only that, but like, dude, I was in these houses, man. I was at those parties. I was in those places. I saw these people, and I'm not cooler for it. I have a different experience in my life, and I've seen this stuff happen. I've seen the mom behave like that. I've been around the dad that behaved like that. I've seen people come in and out of prison. I've seen parents come home. And, I didn't have to deal with that with my folks, but, my brother went to prison and like I was around this stuff. So like this just felt grimy. It felt too familiar at points. Like, but it was it was a very I don't know. I think the story needs to be told. People like this exist, man. People need help. Save these kids, man. Like that little girl didn't get help from nobody, man. Nobody gave a shit about her. It made me sad, dude.
The only people that were really nice to her and didn't try and do anything nefarious are the punk rockers.
Isn't that weird? And then I will say I love the part when they turn out the poster and then Dennis Hopper goes, what was the band's? It was like something Subhumans and the blah blah blah. Mm-hmm. And I was like, let's go! Subhumans rule. I was just hanging out with that dude like not that long ago. How weird is that?
Yeah, that's pretty weird.
I was just hanging out with Dick Lucas like a few months ago. He's a singer of Subhumans. But like Dennis Hopper said the name Subhumans in a movie referring to the band Subhumans. It's pretty weird. Like
it is. It's funny.
I like the CB part, like when she was in the cab. It was like the start of the movie. And she's talking to the
wrecked the wrecked truck. Yeah. Just talking to him.
Just like woke up this morning and was like, oh, CB, I get it now. That was her little radio handle. Yeah.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, because I think they used her for like real name at one point.
I didn't even catch that. Yeah. I like when she tripped that cheerleader girl. That was probably my favorite part of the whole movie.
That was pretty cool.
Because I felt very, very, that was relatable. Yeah.
She's a little bit of a bully.
Bully? No, she was like a kick dog, man.
Well, she like stuck an ice cream in that girl's face or whatever.
Yeah. I think, okay. Because, see, I did stuff like that. I would never consider myself a bully. I was the bullied. I mean, like, I got picked on my whole life. I think she was just reacting to her situation.
It's kind of a defense mechanism.
Not that it was okay to do that stuff, I guess. But
like if I don't like stand up for myself, like
preemptive payback.
Kind of her whole personality is a defense mechanism to an extent, right?
Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong. She definitely acted like a bully at points. You're right about that. I guess I see it from that perspective so much because I was there that I'm like, no. But in reality,
like when she goes into the bar and she orders like a rum and Coke or something, and the guy's like, "Come on, get out of here!" And then she starts beating him up.
That guy was like, cool.
He's like, "You motherfucker! Just wait till my dad gets out of prison. He's gonna fuck you up."
Yeah. that part was cool because that guy was cool too because he was also nice to her. He's like, "Come on, man, get out here, kid!" Like he's like, "Oh, stop it." But like
it's all that's why I like it. It's all the little tiny moments that build up to.
Did y'all stomach sink whenever you realized that the mom was like banging out old dude? I was like, oh, that guy's gonna come to a very
because there's a weird scene like kind of early in the movie when he's sitting at the bowling alley or whatever and talking to his other buddy, and they're like looking at the girls, talking about them, and I'm like,
these were wild, bro.
What the hell is this? And then he goes and talks to her, and she's like, gets out of there.
That's not even that uncommon back then, though, man. That kind of stuff that was rampant back then. Like we just got to the point to where we're like, could you stop messing with high school
stranger
kids,
danger? Get out, get the fuck out of here, dude. Yeah. But yeah, you knew him that he was the slime ball from the very beginning, and then when you realized
the other guy, the guy she worked for.
Oh yeah.
I felt when I realized that she was sleeping with that guy, I was like, oh, he's gonna get murdered. I was like, that guy's gonna get.
Because he's such a pushover. Like he has. No
I will say, when Dennis Hopper comes in and goes, "Hey, my wife needs to leave," and the guy's like, "She can't." I was like, "Oh, my man's standing on business." He's like, "No, I'm taking her," and then she left anyways. But like,
right.
I thought it was cool that he tried. I was like, good for you, buddy. Good for you. Had him on the back
that guy, not an actor. He's like the set designer of the movie or something.
It's obvious.
Yeah, he's not a good actor at all. But could just
I found the movie more interesting, I guess, than I enjoyed it necessarily. I finished the movie. I'm not sure how I feel about this.
Yeah,
but I was like, this is going to be a really good conversation. I think it's an interesting movie that, I mean, I think I fell victim a little bit to like Letterboxd too. Like I saw the word masterpiece thrown around about it. Like, this is not a masterpiece. I mean, it's.
Who said people just called it that?
Just like scrolling through the Letterboxd reviews and stuff. I mean, so like, but Letterboxd is has a lot of things like that you maybe get an idea in your head.
It was kind of a lost movie for a long time. So when you uncover like a kind of hidden gem like this, it's like, it's a masterpiece. That people overcompensate.
Yeah, it's got this like little evaluation too. Yeah, a little weird aura around it. That's just like, this is rare, and it's kind of a deep cut, and I kind of like the deep cuts, and Letterboxd crowd, definitely has
pretentious like
toward
artsy. Punks do the same thing.
Yeah, but I mean,
it's an arty movie, and it's a movie for like actor people because it's a movie about behavior and things like that. It's like
yeah. So I immediately knew this was going to be a good conversation. I'm like, this is a very interesting movie. I have no clue what I would like rate it or anything like that, but I mean, it was a very interesting movie. Then, like I said, all the little details make it interesting, but like. If I could just point out one gripe is I don't think she was Linda Mann's.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think she was a bad actress,
but
I didn't quite buy her character. Like it did feel at times that she was just like putting on this persona too much. Like, I don't know, like talking about punk and talking about Elvis, and maybe part of it was just like all like the Neil Young music and stuff like that in the background that just like
I forgot about the Elvis thing.
It felt just kind of tonally off at times, just because we're talking about again like punk and Elvis, and those those things aren't too different, but they are like.
Elvis is thought of as like one of the earliest punk rockers.
Even the taxi driver says that he's like the original punk.
Yeah, Elvis was very punk rock. He just got famous.
But yeah, it like I struggled with like believing her character. I mean, I don't know how intentional that was, because like I do believe like she is trying to put on this character a bit,
right?
So I don't know if that's necessarily like bad or me knocking her performance, but just
it is very raw. She's like an unpolished actor. I see what you mean in that way,
but just like just every time like this is so punk and like this like
you got dude.
It just felt a little it felt a little put on.
Except that she's playing like a 13-year-old in this movie, dude.
Yeah,
like she's a kid. Little kids, that's how they would talk. They would be like, "I'm gonna be a punk when I get older." And it's like, and back then,
true,
punk rock was a completely different thing than it is now. It was very new. And so like being a punk rocker back then, bro, people look at you weird now. I can't imagine what they would look at like in 1980, bro. Like that the people were like, sure, it's because even back then when punk was first coming out, everybody that was even involved with it thought that it was going to be gone in a decade. Like if you listen to these podcasts of people and these documentaries, they all thought that by like 85 it would be gone. It was just going to be this thing that they did when they were young kids.
Yeah.
And it just happened to really catch on, and it happened to have some real meaning. And then other generations were influenced by it, so on and so forth. But like her doing that, like I understand what you're saying, because I also could feel a little bit of that, but I also felt some sincerity there where she desperately wanted to be a part of something because she was like, no, that's a thing that I can be, and people can't tell me that I'm not.
I also don't like that about the movie, particularly. Like, to me, they're damaged, and that's why they like punk. Oh, they're damaged, and that's why they like kink. Oh, they're like, that kind of shit gets on my nerves a little bit, because I'm like, normal people can be into the weird stuff too. Like,
I mean, I disagree with that, but
you think that everybody who goes to a punk show has some kind of...
No, that's not what I said.
Oh.
No, I just don't think that normal people are into that stuff. I do not. No. Not like lifestyles. Are you referring to yourself? I don't think either of us are normal people.
I think I'm pretty damn normal. Like, I don't necessarily think like I'm not shooting up in the bathroom, and
that doesn't mean you're not. I mean, that's I didn't say you were a drug addict. Those are different. But like, no, I don't consider either you or I normal people. No.
What is normal? First of all,
yeah, but I'm saying like, no, I don't.
I'm not saying. Yeah, I don't think you need to be damaged to like that stuff.
But I mean, there's a certain type of person that deals with a certain type of thing that gets you to those certain places. Now, by and large, they're going to be damaged people. Now, are there exceptions to that rule? Sure. I'm not going to say it's a blanket statement, but by and large, are the most people that I've ever met in my entire life that are in any kind of subculture normal, like regular 9-to-5 type folks that get regular haircuts?
Like in this specific reference point, right?
Okay.
She's been abused. She has a junkie dad, like mom, an alcoholic dad. Like, you think that's the norm for the punk scene generally?
Yeah. Like go look at the punk scene.
No,
I
mean, can't help but look at it.
So then what do you think?
I think that some people are just into punk. Like, I think
those aren't punk rockers, though. That's my there's a big fat line there. There are people that like some punk music, and then there are punk rock people. Those are different things.
I agree.
Very different. We talked about this last week, I think.
But
we did.
Chris is an example of that. Chris likes punk rock music. Chris is not a punk rock person.
Yeah. I mean, there's a difference between listening to something, or maybe even being interested in the lifestyle, but living the lifestyle is a completely different conversation.
That could even go with like kink stuff. Like, I mean, there's a million things that I'd be interested in looking at and like maybe just like watching from afar, but I don't necessarily want to participate. So I'm not that kind of person. Maybe I'm interested in some of it. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think that one kind of begets the other, and maybe that's just me and my bias. But dude,
I can understand that, because you wouldn't want to be like putting a label on yourself as damaged, but that doesn't mean it's not so.
I think that is, I just don't think it's fair.
I think maybe I relate to what Clay's saying a little bit more. Is just to me, it felt just kind of like, I don't know, a put on. It felt like, oh, like you're like this, so you must be this. Like, I mean,
not a certain amount that's true.
Sure, yes, that doesn't necessarily make it wrong, but yeah, it felt a little forced to me. If I could, I guess, put an adjective on it, it felt a little forced to me. But
I mean, it probably was. It was.
Fake. I'm not. I'm not saying that as like a particularly negative. It's just a fact, I guess. Yeah.
I think we've seen these sort of stories so many times that I can understand that. But I mean, if you can put yourself in like when it was made, this was a fairly new concept.
Yeah.
Right.
Punk itself.
It's heavy. Yeah.
So it is like a new take, I think, a new sort of art form. And I think just because I don't necessarily, identify with the punk part of it, but I like the idea of just like when your life is shitty, you crawl inside of like your art, like whatever you like you find that and that becomes like your warm blanket. And that was her.
Kind of justifies Randy's point more. Like you're using it as a comfort mechanism,
right? And well, I kind of like I know that's not your music, but I kind of like that it wasn't just punk. Like she loved Elvis. She loved the
That's
Neil
funny
Young.
because I love Elvis. I don't like Neil Young, but I love Elvis. I grew up on it kind of, so I have a soft spot for it.
She has her like icons, like
the
people that make her feel safe.
Well, it's funny. I need to say this, man. So in reference to what Clay was saying, like I don't have no idea about the other stuff, but from a punk rock perspective, I know that my friends and we talk about this pretty often. I might get defensive about that because I do know that most everybody that I've ever come into contact with that is like a real deal, genuine, like punk rock person, that's their life. That's what they do. It's what they listen to. It's every one of us come from a terrible place, mostly like just fucking terrible stuff happening. Maybe I wasn't, well, whatever. But like it my mom and dad weren't beating the shit on me every day, but I had other terrible things that happened to me. Right. And I definitely was picked on a lot. So like, we don't necessarily want people that aren't like that anywhere near our culture. And then maybe that's what is, at least from my community and my people, like I don't necessarily want normal people around my shit. They don't understand us anyways. They come in and they want to make changes and do things. So it's like, I think you do get a certain amount of.
I feel like that could be all music though, right? Because heavy metal has their,
like
I'm sure it is.
Has their
yeah. I was gonna say like you're a product.
What that is.
You're a product of your environment, but just because like you have bad experiences doesn't make you this. Like there's a bunch.
No, I didn't say
options.
that because you're damaged that you're punk. I'm saying that most people that are punk are damaged people. Those.
I think it's the chain of events. You gotta look at it in the right order. Like something happens to you, and it can make a lot of people go down this particular path.
There's multiple,
not the
paths.
Other way.
Right. Not that every damaged person gets into punk, but most punk people, I would say, not every, I guess, but most are from that. That's how they got there. That's why they're so angry. That's why they want to make these changes. And then, especially with political stuff, you got people that come up in like a house that believes this stuff over here. They're going to gravitate towards the opposite end of the spectrum.
Rebellious.
Right. And they want to rebel against their parents. So like, or their, family or whatever. But, and I wasn't trying to like just argue with you about it. I definitely think that, at least again from my perspective,
and I'm not taking it the wrong way. Yeah, I think it's interesting, and I love to hear your perspective too. And I think what Josh said kind of reinforced what you were saying. So it's just fucking whatever. There's no right answer.
Right? No, for sure.
I think no one's normal. For one thing, I think everyone has their weird shit. Like. I've got
there is a norm though, but everybody has their own weird stuff, but there is a norm.
I had a pretty normal lifestyle. I've got my weird shit, like
butt plugs.
No, keep guessing. I'm not gonna tell you until you say it. It's okay. Don't say
Ham radio.
Vanilla ice cream.
How'd you know? That's it.
Good pick, Josh.
Anyways, we just talked a whole hour on the movie, so I knew so I watched it first. I was like, oh, I heard this has a little bit of a punk element in it. Let me watch it first and see if it's something like that. And I got to the end of the movie, I was like, no one's gonna love this movie, but I think it'll make a good discussion.
That was my exact like.
Yeah, and I think it's a good movie. It's a movie that I like, but it did just give us an hour worth of.
I almost feel like I should own it just so it could go on my shelf next to all my other punk rock movies, because like it does have a lot in common with Suburbia. Like it feels like it could be like the precursor to that group of people.
Exactly. Yeah. When I watched it, I was like, oh yeah, it's like that one girl in Suburbia that had the abusive dad or whatever.
Dude, when he takes her to the fucking takes his homeboy upstairs. Dude, I wanted to crawl through my screen and strangle them both. Man. I could hardly watch it. I was like, is this really going to happen? I'm so glad. Dude, I don't often get to where I'm like glad that the happy stuff happened, but like, I'm glad that never went down, because I can't handle that. I don't know. I think I'm changing, bro. I think I'm getting softer.
That was definitely a relief.
It gets really dark. It does, and that's when she's dressing up like Elvis too. She's like, she knows something is about to happen. She can feel it. She can hear him going crazy and
listen to him scream at each other, and like he's hitting her, and like she's listening to all this stuff. Like
the mom's already on drugs. The buddy is like messing with her in the other room, like while he is going crazy in the kitchen. It's a
Dude, when she took off and went out, I don't remember what she did. I think she hitchhiked or was like asleep in the bed of a truck or something.
Yeah,
and she went to like a different town. Bro, all I could think about was like, dude, I couldn't do that now because I can't not have my wallet. I can't not have my phone. I can't not have something to drink. Like, I couldn't just get in a car and go. But when I was in my teens, I used to do that kind of shit all the time.
Yeah.
Like, we would drive to Galveston from Northwest Houston without any way to get back. Like, we would have enough gas to get there, and then we would just go.
I had some buddies that got on trains. They would hop on trains.
I had a lot of friends that did that stuff. Yep, that's so nuts, bro.
I was thinking younger, like I would just like get on my bike, like, or me and a couple friends would just get on our bikes and we would go. We didn't have any place we were going, but I mean, we just went and
man, I miss those days, dude. Like,
see where the day took us.
That was sort of what hit me most about this movie is like nobody has a phone, nobody's distracted with anything. They're like, she's playing dress up, she's putting makeup on, she's, playing guitar, she's playing drums, she's, just interacting with the world.
Being bored.
More. Yeah.
Yeah.
And being creative as a person and not always just
picking up a stick and throwing it and just like doing dumb bored kid shit.
Yeah. Trying to go get into a club, picking a fight, just going playing pinball. Like,
that's what doesn't feel forced about the movie. Like, it just feels natural.
It felt like a day in the life.
Yeah.
Or like a weekend, whatever.
Yeah.
Days in the life. But yeah, man, interesting flick, dude.
Well, thanks for letting me put you guys through that. I know it wasn't the most fun you've ever had, but I thought it made for...
No, the most fun I've ever had with those butt plugs we were talking about earlier.
I'll bring those back to you after I wash them.
Keep them. Keep them.
Not normal.
That's where you insert that noise that goes... That like...
Pop?
Yeah.
Sound it makes.
Bloop. That's funny, bro.
Okay. Well, with that, Chris, let's get the pick for next week and we'll wrap it up.
All right. Going back a little bit to 1978.
Oh shit! Going backwards.
I'm not really familiar with this director. He's done a couple other things, but I haven't seen anything.
Stanley Kubrick.
I'll try to say his name. It's
please not.
Ulu Grossbard.
I don't know, man. What's the name of the movie?
So the movie's called Straight Time.
Oh, okay.
It's on your watch list. Yeah, it's on your watch list.
Dustin
Hoffman, Gary Busey, Harry Dean Stanton.
Oh my God.
Kathy Bates, Jake Busey.
Damn.
Got a pretty.
So I know Randy should like this movie because, God dang it, what is his name? You've talked about the book. What's the Dog Eat Dog? What's the guy's name?
Yeah, dude from Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah. What is his name?
It's on the tip of my tongue, dude.
Bunker.
Edward Bunker.
Edward Bunker. Yes. So this is, I believe, his story.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I was gonna say I hate Dustin Hoffman, but I'm in now.
Yeah, I want to say, I know he has something to do with it. Maybe he wrote it, but it's based off of like some of his experiences.
That guy was a legit dude.
I've been wanting to watch this for a while.
Yeah, Edward Bunker, as credited as a writer.
I don't know what it is about Hoffman. I think it's a stupid Weasley face, bro.
I'm not a giant fan of his either, but
he is an asshole. Yeah, everyone hates Dennis
in real life.
Really?
Yeah, no kidding. I didn't know that.
Oh yeah. He's notoriously like a horrible person.
Maybe I like him more now. That's funny. That is hilarious.
Yeah,
but yeah, like I've seen this pop up on like just more obscure 70s stuff.
Okay,
I've been wanting to watch this for a while.
Yeah, I forget what I watched something. Was it Clute maybe?
Mm-hmm.
I watched something from the 70s that I really liked, and it's like, man, there's got to be some like undiscovered 70 gems I haven't seen, and this kept popping up.
There's a lot, Chris. There's a lot. There's a lot of good 70s movies.
Yeah.
I'm playing.
Yeah.
I actually just started doing some research. I already have my next movie picked, but I'm trying to get some in the bank so I can have some easier. Because for a while, it was really hard for me. I don't know if y'all recognize that at one point. It was really hard for me to pick movies. I just wasn't on top of it. I started watching blaxploitation films, and I don't mean like one or two. Like we're falling off a cliff here. I'm watching a lot of them, but I watched one.
Make sure you're letterboxing them, okay?
I'm gonna letterbox some of them. Some of them I didn't even finish a couple of them because they were so bad. But
some of them don't show up on Letterboxd.
Oh, really? I got one. I got one. That
I'm sure they're all on there.
I got one that it's gonna be hard time typing in the name because I don't want to get canceled. Like some of the names of these movies, I'm like, bro, what are y'all doing? But I'm watching one called The Slams. I'm halfway through it right now. It's got Jim Brown in it, but it was actually it's pretty good so far.
He's in a lot of those.
Yeah. Jim Brown, Pam Grier.
The Pam Grier ones are mostly pretty good.
Oh, Coffee's a great movie.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Got that sitting on my desk.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I watched a couple of things. I was going to ask if y'all watched anything good this week. I watched a few movies this week, and they were all pretty good. The two that I put in my letterbox that you guys saw, one was called Dead Space, and one was called.
Yeah, it was the Bryan Cranston one, right?
Yeah, that one is like if y'all. I didn't know he was in that. I bought it because I bought it for the first movie of the 2-pack. And then I started watching. It was like an 80-minute movie. So I was like, well, let's watch this. It's only 80 minutes. And I put it on. Freaking Bryan Cranston's in it. I was like, what in the world? I had no idea. But both of those movies, if y'all get a chance, they're real short. Chris, I think you'll dig them. Y'all, Clay and Josh, y'all might not like them at all, honestly. But then I also watched Fantastic Four. I don't want to spoil anything, but that movie was like, I mean, I was like trying to find things to dislike about that movie because I don't like the Fantastic Four, but it was a great movie, man. It's definitely worth taking the kids to see.
Cool. Yeah, I was like super skeptical about it.
I was really skeptical
just
about
as
that one.
But I'm coming from like the fan perspective where like,
oh yeah,
they're gonna ruin this, and like, I mean, not to hop on the anti-chick Silver Surfer bandwagon, but I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna like this.
But I mean, just based on the comic books, that was a stupid decision to make. But like,
yeah,
you know, whatever. If that was the worst thing, you know,
it's alternate world. You can still do regular Silver Surfer.
Yeah, I mean, and
that's what I'm hoping.
Kind of my angle going into it is like it is an alternate universe, so they could, yeah.
Well, since they didn't
swap him in.
They didn't like keep the fact that Galactus was in this a secret. They know he's in it, so I can say this. Dude, Galactus was a terrifying character in this movie. Like, I don't feel fear often, but I was like, dude, that is scary. Like,
this is a few. Like, I mean, that's a few things I want to say, but I'm not going to.
Well, you should talk about it later, man. I was like, what? I could feel my mom. I took my mom and Charlie and Parker, and Parker hid under his blanket half the time Galactus was on screen. But my mom, I could feel her like heart rate increase a little bit. Like it was just done.
Yeah,
it's not like a terrifying thing. There's no graphic stuff. There's not a lot of language in there. It is very wholesome. And I was happy with it, man.
Yeah, like it's like you said, it's pretty wholesome throughout. But like that part is like, oh, like damn,
dude, it's dark.
Like I was part of me was maybe I was just skeptical of Marvel pulling it off like I wanted, but I think they did. Like I maybe could have used a little bit more Galactus, but
I could have used a little bit more Galactus. But my complaints are few and far between.
Yeah, but I'd rather leave him wanting more, right? Than
that's true. They did too much with Thanos. He was all up in the movie where I thought they could have made him a little less, which I think they might have tried to. But last thing I'll say before I let you guys get out of here is who would have thought that little curly-headed girl from Ozark would end up what she's doing, man? Like I'm stoked for her just because
she's about to be in Weapons too. She's like the main character in Weapons.
What's Weapons?
Barbarian director. We've talked about it before.
Oh yeah.
New horror movie coming
out. That looks
awesome. Next weekend, not this coming weekend, but next weekend.
In theaters, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll go see that one in theaters. But dude, I'm just like, you know, I know I've always said like she's kind of hot to me, but like that's not what I'm talking about. I'm just like, wow, this kid came from like I remember seeing her in this show where I thought she doesn't actually talk like that. I'm kind of surprised. You know what I'm saying? Like she did a really good job, but I was just it's kind of cool to see her we're getting to witness a career from its inception.
Yeah.
There's a few people we've seen like that, but it's really cool to recognize. I was like, oh, I know her. My mom was like, who? I was like, the Silver Surfer chick. I know who that is.
Yeah.
My mom had no idea who she was. I just thought it was kind of cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I would rather it be the regular, Norrad Silver Surfer, but she did a perfectly fine job. She was great. So really no knock on.
Dude, I hated the Johnny Storm casting. I hated it. I hated that. But in the movie, he did a good job.
Yeah, I mean, he is kind of a douche in the comics.
Well, it just looks weird to me. It doesn't look like who I envisioned Johnny Storm, but I'm not a fan, so I don't care.
Yeah,
but I was like, oh, with this guy?
It's the same thing got Pedro Pascal fatigue a little bit, and he's not the perfect.
Oh, I love that guy.
Reed Richard, but he's a great actor. So, I mean, like...
I thought he did Reed Richard pretty well.
And the job he did was great. I mean, he pulled off the character. He just, maybe not...
He is in a lot of stuff right now.
Yeah, maybe not the perfect casting, but he did a very good job, so can't be mad at it.
Clay, you watch anything recently that was good besides our movie of the week?
Oh, let me see here. I just finished Kubo and the Two Strings. It was pretty okay.
That's a good one.
My kids
Best
love
of the
that
Best. Oh shit! I watched Best of the Best, the Kung Fu movie or the karate movie I was telling you about.
Ooh,
total banger. Probably the best
Eric
of the
Roberts.
genre. If you like Bloodsport or
I love that stuff.
Yeah, man.
R.I.P.
Awesome.
James
Eric
Earl Jones,
Roberts.
right?
Mm-hmm. James Earl Jones is the unrelenting coach. Eric Roberts just gives it 110%. He cries a couple times.
Yes.
He's just like, please, I'll beg to stay. Like, oh, and he like literally cries. I'm like, Eric, you are Dennis Hopper in this shit. Like, cocaine, I think, in that movie. But it was awesome. I may pick it for a podcast coming up.
There's a Best of the Best 4?
What?
How good is
Eric Roberts still in it? If they paid him, I bet
Dude,
he is.
he wrote, directed, and started it.
And he did the lighting and the wardrobe and
all the stunt work was Eric Roberts. The
Played
sex
every
scene was
character in
Julia,
the
but
movie.
whatever.
he's the only character in the movie. He plays all the characters.
Hell yeah.
Dude, do y'all
might
watch
watch
South Park?
I do, yeah.
Did y'all see the recent episode they did with? Oh
Yes.
my goodness,
Yes.
bro!
I mean, it's been blowing up all over the internet.
Yeah.
Well, that's the only reason I even knew about it. So I went back and watched it, and I was like, all right, well, they apparently don't care about anything that this guy can do to them. I was like, I don't have enough courage to do some shit like that, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
I find it funny, just like all the political sides trying to pull, their 2 cents into South Park guys, and like they've never had a political agenda, and I think still don't have a political agenda, but just both sides of politics is trying to pull. Yeah, like they're freaking woke, whatever.
Yeah.
Idiot, and then just it's just funny. I just think it's funny.
I think it's funny because they're like under Paramount or whatever, and Trump just literally sued them and got a bunch of money from them.
So that's what the episode's about.
Yeah,
Part of it.
That's awesome.
Yes.
That's awesome.
And they really just
Yeah.
fuck you. Yeah.
Those dudes are punk rock dudes, that's for sure. They live the lifestyle. I don't know what
That's
damaged them when they were
awesome.
younger, but maybe it was Saddam Hussein and Satan. I don't know. Oh, dude.
Fun stuff.
What about you, Joshua? Before we get out of here, did you watch anything else?
I watched The Swimmer, which is a Burt
Movie about
Lancaster.
sperm? Oh,
Pregnancy movie.
that's
Yeah.
what I was like.
Yeah.
Movie about sperm.
It's a sperm, and it's about his journey through the birth canal.
Turns out it's a butthole. You're watching a gay porn.
It's a really sad movie. He goes through a lot of trauma.
Big twist at the end.
He doesn't make it. He doesn't fertilize it.
The movie's called Plan B.
It's a 3-hour movie.
Swimmer 2 back shot.
Dude, okay, speaking of that,
my
right?
God.
So I was at
Okay.
the antique mall, right? And I'm like moving boxes. And I'm like, I was borrowing Julie's like dolly. She had a dolly. I needed to move a cabinet that I was taking to the other spot. And I'm like moving boxes, and I picked up a box. You know how if you pick up a box that's folded shut, if you squeeze it, it'll like open up. So I'm like, I pick up these boxes and I like it like opened right in front of my face, and I like just instinctively like looked down, and I almost dropped it. I was like, Julie, and she's like, what? I was like, where did you get this box? And she's like, somebody just dropped it off. And I was like, do you know what's in here? And she's like, what do you mean? And I was like, well, I can't show you in the hallway. And I go inside, dude, the smuttiest of smutty smut. And it was full of it. I was like, oh my goodness. And then she told
idea.
No, she told me, she's like, oh, is that where that's at? Bring that in here. She said that some lady called her and was like, hey, do you buy porn? And she's like, sure. And the lady like shows up with a dude. I guess, look, Julie tells the story better than I do, but a lady, I guess the lady's husband had this stuff and wasn't telling her he had it all. And she must have discovered his stash and was not having it. And the guy's apparently standing there looking all embarrassed. And the lady's like, here, just give them to her. Like, makes her, like, gave her, like, almost nothing for him. Like, you know how much porn costs, dude. It's expensive, man. Like, or so I hear. I have never bought a porn magazine.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, dude. So I'm like going through the box. I'm like, this is cool. I'm like, this is awesome. She's like, take a couple. I'm like, all right, put them in the bag.
Are they like,
wow?
Is it videotapes or is it like
it's
magazines?
DVDs, dude? It's like this guy had like a whole collection, dude. I know what he liked. I can tell you that much.
DVDs porn to like collect. I mean, I
Dude.
I know people do, and I'm not hating on you, but you know, if you're trying to be discreet, that's not discreet.
Right though, like it doesn't make sense because I feel like that's the goal, is like to be discreet. But it's like, well, what if I just
that somewhere?
Yeah, you got a whole box.
You gotta have the loose board under your bed or whatever. Put that in
school.
Well, he had a board all right in his fucking pants. But dude, like, yeah, man, it was funny though. I was dying, bro. Because at first I didn't realize that I didn't know she knew it was in there. I was like, good lord, it was a big box, dude. There was probably a good 7,500 tapes in there or videos in there. It was a lot, dude. Wow. Based on what she paid that woman, that guy was probably just feeling like my credit card took a mad hit for nothing, bro. Like, that stuff is expensive, man. But
all anal too.
All anal. But
all the time.
That was the first title.
y'all got to come up to the shop soon, man, and see the non-pornographic CDs and albums that I have.
What about the pornographic ones?
Well, those are in the back room.
Is it Julie's?
The beaded entrance. You got to go through the beads.
Dude, you should do that. You should put beads.
Oh, that would be
over your back room.
I'm not opposed to that. Like, even a little.
I mean, no, you should really do that. I'm serious.
Let's find beads then. Yeah, dude, I'm super down. Okay. Cool, man. Hell yeah, good talk. I had fun to just.
Yeah, swimmer was good. Pretty good.
You caught me off guard with that. I was like, what?
Hey, you asked me if I watched something, and then
yeah,
and then I started to talk about it. We made a joke, and then you went into your story. It's fine. It was pretty good. It's got Burt Lancaster in it from 1968. It's good.
I don't know who Burt Lancaster is.
He's an old actor.
I recognize the name, but I wouldn't know him by face. What's his biggest movie? Does he have a big one that he did that was like real big?
Sweet Smell of Success. What else? He did a lot of westerns.
Okay.
A lot of westerns, a lot of noirs.
Bro, I don't even recognize this dude's face. That's crazy.
Oh, really? Yeah, he was really a big actor for the time.
Yeah, I recognize the name, but I just, man, that's crazy.
He's old in this movie. He's like 55 or something. It's a weird movie. It's about a guy, like, it starts off, he just walks into this people's backyard by their pool and just starts talking to them. Apparently they know each other, but you don't really know who this guy is. And you don't know anything about him. And like slowly over the movie, you kind of learn who this guy is, sort of. But he decides to swim home. So he goes from pool to pool, go through all these backyards and swims home. And yeah, it's weird. But he's like, you find out who he is through all these weird discussions he has with the people he used to know in this town. And he finally gets home and it's not what you expect. And it's like, oh, okay. All right. So there's been something going on here the whole time. It's
LSD.
Well,
You know,
gotta watch it.
But it was pretty good. It doesn't. I don't know if it fully works. It's a very odd premise, but it's a very interesting, like kind of mysterious movie.
Yeah, I like movies like that where like you don't really know what's going on, and then the end it kind of makes sense.
Clay's seen it.
I saw it. I liked it a lot. I watched it cold, didn't know anything about it, and I was initially like, "What's the deal here?" for a long time.
Yeah,
I would say like Burt Lancaster. I read up on him after that, and he was smoking, drinking, working out. Like he's always been very physically active. But everybody in the movie is like, "Oh, you're in such great shape. You're so handsome." Kind of like,
yeah. He's one of those guys at the time where it wasn't actually cool to be like in good shape too. Yeah. Like smoking and drinking. Like people didn't look like buff, but he was like for at least for the time, like he was like very
and he was 50,
strong guy.
51 or something in the movie. Yeah, it was a trip.
Like him and Kirk Douglas kind of had that reputation. They were like strong guys,
manly men.
It wasn't the style at the time, but
it was a cool movie.
Yeah, it's a very interesting movie.
That Rancid movie's coming out, bro.
Oh yeah,
I can't wait for that, dude. I finally figured out what it is. It's not. I kept thinking it was about them. It's not. It's just inspired by the record, which makes way more sense once you watch the trailer. But yeah, man, I hope it comes to actual theaters in Houston, man. I would love to go see that in a theater. It's gonna be like SLC Punk. I have no reason to believe otherwise. But I love that movie, so I'm very, very excited for this one. I hope I get to talk to somebody from the film.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
See why not? Why you wouldn't be able to?
Sure, I'm trying.
I mean, if it doesn't, we just do it in the screen here or something.
Oh yeah. If it doesn't go to the theater, and I'll definitely drive out there to watch that for sure.
We can do it.
Good idea.
No doubt. All right, well, we'll wrap it up there.
What's the movie, Chris?
Straight Time.
Shit. What is the name of the movie?
Straight Time.
There you go.
Straight Time next week. Later, guys.
Turn off my letterbox.